It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Postseason baseball, Singy, it's always great to see and be a part of.
Oh, Boog, you just never know what's in store when it comes to postseason baseball. You do know you're going to see some amazing pitching, guys coming out of the bullpen throwing 100, some incredible defensive plays, some big knocks, and maybe a mistake or two that'll live on forever. All I do know is I'm pumped up for this one.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. Clayton Kershaw getting the start. What do we have on him?
Yeah, and when he's on, he's a real treat to watch. I become a fan myself. You know, he often takes the pressure off of his hitters to score a lot of runs, but they have to be careful to not just go into a slumber. They've got to put up some runs, make it a little bit easier for this guy so he doesn't have to battle every time that he's out there. No one should be surprised, though, if he settles in and takes control of the game and throws a shutout.
So just about set now. Here's Manny Machado. The wind and the pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Kershaw fires. And down on strikes. One gone here. Brandon Drury to the plate.
The first baseman, number 17, Brandon Drury.
And first offering is fouled off. No score, just getting started, top of the first. Oh, and 2 now. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Up the middle. Lux throws to first in time. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
Batting third.
Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals.
Nope, that's the ball.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
1 and 2 now. And there's a ball. And a strikeout. Clayton Kershaw off to a fast start. It's the Padres 0. Dodgers coming up. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the first, and today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish. And Singy, he's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep into his starts.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And he deals. Mookie Betts takes a ball here as he stands in now. Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's ball 2.
2-0 count, you really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
2-0. Foul ball. The 2-1. Well, with the shift on, hits right into it. Not in time, he legs it out.
Definitely a tough play right there, and he had a little trouble on the transfer. Didn't seem to be able to get the grip and get rid of it, and that made all the difference.
Here's Turner now.
Ball 1, no strike.
Mookie on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Ow!
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
The 1-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Next offering is down low, and it's 1-0. One to 0 to Freddie Freeman, and delivers outside. And now 2 balls and a strike.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And the right-hander deals. Fouls one off. 2-2. Two outs. Center field. Grisham racing over to make the catch. Nothing on the board for the Dodgers in the first. We're back on the show from Chavez Ravine in a few. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Second inning set to go. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Ha-Seong Kim. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. There's the strike.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Kershaw the 2-1. And that one fouled off. Base hit center field.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And now it's Juan Soto. Kershaw checks on the runner. Kim back in standing. In there for strike one. Kim gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next pitch is in the dirt. And 1-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Next offering misses. 2-2.
2-2.
The pitch. And that's outside.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
No score here in the second. Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Next for the Padres, Jurickson Profar. The switch hitter batting right. First offering misses the mark.
You know, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
Two on, nobody out. Kershaw deals. Misses outside. Now 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next pitch way upstairs. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
The catcher.
Digging in, Jorge Alfaro, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. At the belt and fires. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
The next pitch misses, and the count is 3-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
That is ball 4, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Bases juiced, no outs. They say you win. And the pitch stays alive.
Starting to get some pretty good timing on that breaking ball, but he's going to have to stay ready for a fastball. Don't want to watch one go right by you.
The pitch. And a swing and a miss. And the Padres waste a chance.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Will Myers now.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
One out, base is full. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
So he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
And a pitch. And that's in there at the knees.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Bases loaded, one away. Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Manny Machado up to the plate. And Manny gets a piece. kicks and deals.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
So now 1-2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Hot shot to third. Base hit. 1 run is in. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Padres 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here in L.A., the batter now will be Will Smith.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the catcher,
Darvish back to work. Full strike right there. And ball 1. Good eye right there. And a pitch. That one fouled off. 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next pitch is popped up. Cronenworth drifts towards it. And he makes the catch. 1 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
The third baseman, Justin Turner.
Turner climbs in on that right side. First pitch just misses. Tries to hold up, appeal to first, didn't go. Next pitch off the plate, and that's ball 3. And that's ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And now it's Gavin Lux. And that's in there for strike 1. Darvish, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. Turner over at first with 1 away. Next pitch misses. 1-1.
Well, he's got power and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
The 1-1. And fouled off.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
Next offering in the dirt. The count now 2-2. stays alive. Righty to the plate. Hit on the ground, might be 2. On to Cronenworth. And it's a double play to end the inning. We played 2 full. It's the Padres 2 and the Dodgers nothing. New inning getting started. And the batter now, Brandon Drury.
Leading off for San Diego, the first baseman, number 17, Brandon Drury.
Kershaw back to work. Pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
Next pitch downstairs. 2-0. Right through there for a strike. Line drive, base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single.
The batter, number 9.
Now here is Jake Cronenworth. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one's in there, 0-1. Left-hand hitter waits. Strike 2. The pitch. That misses, and the count is 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
And here it comes. And down on strikes he goes. 1 out. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Ha-Sung Kim. And he's already singled in this game. In there for strike 1.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
And now the lefty. And a foul ball. On the ground, could be 2. 1 at second. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Padres 2 and the Dodgers nothing. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now the left fielder, Trace Thompson.
For the Dodgers, the left fielder, Trace Thompson.
The pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Righty delivers. That's down and in. Two-0. Fought off foul. The 2-1. And it's fouled away. Next offering is fouled back. And the righty deals. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now one away. One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And misses inside.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Left-hand batter waits. And downstairs. Right-hander kicks, deals. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Three-two. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And a payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. 2 down. And next for LA, Austin Barnes.
Hitter, Austin Barnes.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. In the air, center field. Grisham has a beat on it. Drops into the glove, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They trail it here 2-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. On to the fourth. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto.
The right fielder, Juan Soto.
The line to kick the pitch. Foul ball there. And a pitch. And he chases that one. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
One down, base is empty. Now he breaks his bat. Lux tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, the catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Jorge Alfaro at the plate. It's interesting. He plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Next pitch in the dirt. Ball one.
Ball, 2 strikes.
And that one upstairs. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, but they're on top 2-0. Bottom of the inning, and now it's Mookie Betts.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
The right-hander back to work. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Profar makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Siggy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yep, just 1 free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs.
Up the middle, and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Darvish checks on the runner. Turner gets back easily.
Count 1-0.
Turner leads off first with 1 away. Next one is off the plate, and it's 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Check on the runner, and he's back in easily. Back over to first, and he's back in that time as well. Next offering is down low.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And he deals. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Tying run at the plate. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The pitch. Out towards right center. That's well struck. It bangs off the wall. In to score from first, and they trail by 1.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
1 out, runner at second. Here's the catcher, Will Smith.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
In there, and it's 0-1. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Next pitch is in the dirt, and now it's even 1-1. Kicks and fires. In the air, left field. Diving, makes the grab. And wow, what a great diving catch, Siggy. StatCast says that was a near perfect route, and it had to be.
But that's just a big part of his game. I mean, this guy's instincts just seem to always put him in a position to make special plays, and right there, he's done it again.
Now Justin Turner gets a chance to hit. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. And that's in there for strike 1. Man on second, 2 down. And that one hit to first. Boots it. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Trent Grisham.
The center fielder, number 2, Trent Grisham.
Here comes the pitch. Good eye right there. Slow roller to first. The flip to the pitcher covering, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Myers.
So here's the Padres DH, Will Myers. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First offering misses the mark. A wind in the pitch. On the ground to short. Throws across the diamond. And the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th.
Now batting, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Machado. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And here it comes.
Ball 2.
And a curve misses outside. The wind of the pitch. And Manny gets a piece. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, he's normally going to fill up the strike zone and really limit base runners, but his command in this one just seems off out there. A lot more walks than he's used to giving up.
And he grounds one back up the middle and a base hit.
Now batting.
So digging in, Jake Cronenworth, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In there for strike one.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Machado, the lead runner at second. Drury on at first with 2 down. Next one misses. Now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, Ken.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Padres 2 and the Dodgers 1. And welcome back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Gavin Lux.
The second baseman, Gavin Lux.
And a pitch. Just missed.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Just off the inside edge.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
And the right-hander deals. And that's in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
The 2-1. Swings through that one. Two now. That to right. Soto under it. Puts it away for the out.
The left fielder, number 25, Trace.
Here's the left fielder,
Thompson.
Trace Thompson. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Righty delivers. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
The center fielder, number 35.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger.
First pitch, not close. At the belt and fires. He was late there. Strike one. And a pitch.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
And it's even up.
2-2.
Kicks and deals. Stays alive. Two now. Swing and a ball popped up. Machado makes the play. 2 down.
The batter, number 15, designated hitter,
Austin Barnes will hit next. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and he just misses. And the righty deals. Hard hit, right side. They take the force out, and that is the inning. 1 left for L.A. They're down 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, top of the 6th inning. Now it's the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim.
The shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim.
The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tommy Kahnle is loosening up. This would be his first appearance for the club. May getting loose as well. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Puts it away for the out.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrating with himself until his next at bat.
Juan Soto now. And the first offering is not close. And he chases that one below the zone. The 1-1. That one hit to right. Betts is on the move. And there's 2 down.
The left fielder, number 10, Jurickson Profar.
So up next, Jurickson Profar. First pitch just misses. That's through there for a strike. Two outs. And it is 2-1. And a pitch. Oh, and that deflects off his glove. Throw on to Freeman, and that is that. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Padres 2 and the Dodgers 1. Bottom of the 6th. Here's Mookie now.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
The right-hander back to work. Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now batting.
And up next for Los Angeles, Trey Turner, 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Betts on at first, nobody out. The next offering misses. Ball 2. Darvish checks on the runner, and Betts dives back. The pitch.
Ball 3.
So Turner reaches base, and this is a guy with good speed.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Now fly ball to right center. And that's a base hit. Grisham gets it back in quickly. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield. But another hit to the outfield could absolutely end it.
Next offering is in for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Steven Wilson, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Hill, the lefty, warming up as well. And a pitch. And there's a foul ball. Bases loaded, nobody out. And a swing and a miss. One away, bottom of the 6th. So now Turner in on that right side. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
These home fans, they are making a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
The pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's 2 down.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
Gavin Lux steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swings through that one. 0-1. Bases loaded. 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike. Righty to the plate. In the air out towards right center. Can't get there, base hit. One runs in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 3-2.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That does it for you, Darvish, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So they turn things over to the righty, number 21. And his job is to collect quick outs and keep his team within striking distance.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And the batter now, Trace Thompson.
Number 25. Trace.
Next offering is down low. And that is ball 1. Right-handed reliever. And now 2-0. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. On to the 7th now in game 3. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Padres 2. Back here in L.A., we go to the top of the 7th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Jorge Alfaro.
The catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Kershaw back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Freeman takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Trent Grisham.
And now the center fielder, Trent Grisham. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And 1-2. The tying run at the plate. That misses, and the count's even at 2. The pitch. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Stays alive. And a foul ball. Left-hand hitter waits. And that one wrapped foul. Next offering is downstairs.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Here comes a 3-2. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. He swings and fouls one off. And he deals. Foul ball. On the ground, out to short. The throw to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter, Will Myers.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kershaw will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Tommy Kahnle, and he'll do his best to hang on to this lead.
Number 54, Tommy Kahnle.
And now the DH, Will Myers. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
And the 0-1. Late with the swing there.
He can live up in the zone all game if guys will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitter's got to look down in the zone.
2 down, nobody on. In the air to left center. Thompson moving under it. Squeezes it. And the inning is over. Nothing doing there for the Friars. And it's still a 3-2 ball game. Set for the last half of the 7th. Bellinger up to hit.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
The wind to kick the pitch. Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. Cody Bellinger blasts one out. And they add a run. It's 4-2.
For a guy to be able to hit a changeup at that velocity tells me he would have been ready for a fastball. Just impossible to cover that wide of range of velocity. But he does a nice job picking his pitch, and he gets rewarded for it.
And now, Austin Barnes.
The batter, number 15, designated hitter, Austin.
First offering way inside, almost got him.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Kicks and fires. Started to swing, held up. The wind of the pitch. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Here comes the pitch. Swings and misses. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's
Up
Mookie
next
now.
for the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Alfaro down to first with it. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Shortstop, Turner.
Trey Turner at the plate. First offering misses the mark.
Ball one, no strike.
Righty delivers. That one the other way. He dives but can't hang on. That's a base hit. Throws to second. He's in there.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Man at second here with two away. Now it's going to be Freddie Freeman.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie.
And that's in there for strike
Freeman.
one. Man at second. And that one fouled off. Turner at second with two down. Bounced up the middle. Over to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 4-2. The top of the 8th. So digging in now for San Diego, Manny Machado.
San Diego, the third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
The pitch. And that one clips the corner. Canely, he's one of those guys that seems like he's out there to do just one thing, and that's strike people out. And the right-hander deals. Now 1-1.
He looks frustrated when a guy puts a ball in play, and that's what you're doing. You're coming in, putting out a fire, high leverage situation, and with his kind of stuff, everyone expects him to strike out hitters.
Next offering misses, and a count 2-1. Movement in the bullpen. Evan Phillips appears to be getting loose. Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. When you think about building a bullpen, is strikeout rate one of the main things you're looking at?
Absolutely. And when you're talking about working from the back forward, those last 3 innings are the toughest ones in the ball game. Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Drury stands in now and watches strike one. At the belt and fires.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And another ball. kicks and deals. There's a strike. Two down. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's 2 down.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
To the mound now, they turn to Blake Trinan. He's into the game with the bases empty. Two outs, bases empty. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. That one's in there, 0-1. And here it comes. And there's a ball. Two outs. That's a strike. And a pitch. This one smacked out to left center. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And he's got a double.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
So 2 down. Ha-Sung Kim now at the plate. And meanwhile, that pitch is off the catcher's mitt. It squirts away. Runner at third, 2 away. And a swing and a miss there.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Swing and a miss. Slider right there. And a pitch.
Well, the hitter's got his timing down for the breaking ball. If you're a pitcher, if you can get that fastball in on the hand, it's going to be very difficult for that hitter to get the barrel to it.
And a pitch. And a foul ball. Tying run at the plate. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Got him. Third out, and that ends the frame. Padres lead 1, still down by a count of 4-2. Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Steven Wilson. And he'll do his best to keep this close. Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And up to the plate is Will Smith.
For the Dodgers, the catcher, Will Smith.
The pitch. High in the air, out to right. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin.
Here's Justin Turner. In there for strike one. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Pierce Johnson getting ready to go. The 0-1. And a foul ball. The pitch. The other way. Makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Now batting, the second baseman, Gavin Lux.
Here's a speed threat, Gavin Lux. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1 for him.
And that one a little bit high. The 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Popped up. Cronenworth makes the catch, and that'll do it. Dodgers go down quietly as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Evan Phillips, trying to protect this lead. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we go to the ninth. Here's Juan Soto.
San Diego, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
The pitch. In for a strike. Strike one. Righty to the plate. In the air, out towards left center. Thompson pulls it down, and a quick out, number one.
Now batting, left fielder, Jurickson Profar.
Jurickson Profar, the next up for the Padres. Swings through that one. 0-1. Right-handed reliever. Profar gets a piece there. And the righty deals. The punch out there. 2 away now.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Jorge Alfaro getting ready to hit for the 4th time tonight. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he deals. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And that one fouled off. And a 2-1 on the way. There's the strike. Two down. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Just one strike away. And fouled off. And a pitch.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
Three and two now. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Right through there, got it. And that'll do it.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Padres, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Clayton Kershaw. The loss goes to Yu Darvish. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout, 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.